Hey guys, Wolfpack 1004 here. Welcome to the first of many, hopefully, of podcasts. We're gonna start off. Well, it's Connor again, so we're gonna be doing a
Hi.
podcast, just reviewing certain things that happened, and let's just take a moment of silence for Satoru Iwata. Was it?
Oh God, you butchered that name.
Yeah,
Iwata.
this is it the CEO of
He was the president of
president?
Nintendo.
Okay, well, he died.
He
On
yeah,
the
he
11th.
died the 11th. Yeah, and
Nice.
he was 55.
Yeah,
Died
and,
of a bile duct growth, which is a form of cancer.
Yeah, so let's just have a couple seconds of silence. All right, that's good enough.
Yeah. Now on to the good news, at
yeah,
least.
good news. Let's see. You know, let's just go ahead and start off right off the bat on the games that we look forward to the most.
Is that like recent, or is it?
Games that like are hinted at, or games that are announced, either or.
Okay, so I can tell you them hands down the two
Well-
that I can't wait for.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Fallout 4, which I already pre-ordered on Steam, which you can right now, and XCOM 2, which is they both are supposed to be released October, November. Fallout 4, I can tell you, is out on it's in November, I can tell you that. It's coming out on November the
Heard it here
10th,
first,
2015, after 7 years long.
You guys heard it here first. You know the release date.
Apparently it's been in development for 7 years.
Yeah, that kind of
That's
reminds me
a
of.
long
Do
time.
you remember when do you remember when they announced StarCraft 2
Yeah.
and like everyone lost it?
Oh yeah.
Because it was like in development for like what 12 years or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah,
A lot.
yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about this. Okay, so we can talk about the games that we want. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's XCOM November. Also the same with Fallout 4 in November. So what about yours?
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna follow suit with the Fallout 4. I haven't pre-ordered it as of yet because I'm going to do the thing that a lot of people actually do now, which is they save their money until it goes on sale.
I fucking spend that shit everywhere, man.
So Fallout 4, XCOM 2 as well, surprisingly, because I didn't get to enjoy the first XCOM. Well, not the first, because I've played the older ones because the Humble Bundle had that
Yep.
huge pack thing. But the one that's supposed to be before this one, which is the newest first one or whatever, I didn't get to enjoy it because when I tried to play it, my computer for some reason decides that it doesn't like XCOM and runs at like 3 frames per second. So I didn't get to enjoy it. I will probably enjoy it someday when I have a better computer, but today's not today. Anyway, but I am looking forward to XCOM 2 because I did get to play a little bit of it. Not XCOM 2, but XCOM. Anyways, I'm going off on XCOM too much. Let's see. So those are two things I'm looking forward to. Halo. I'm looking forward to the next Halo just because I want to see how the story ends. I'm actually looking forward to the story because the multiplayer for Halo doesn't really change. I mean, they try to change it up a little bit, but then, like, of course, all the people out there that are all butthurt, oh, you're copying Call of Duty by introducing loadouts. It's like, yeah, okay, but you're telling me logically that a Spartan isn't going to run into battle with loadouts? They're just going to go into battle with a pistol and that's it? Is that your argument? It's like, yeah, these hulking, like, basically overpowered space marines with overshields aren't going to carry a weapon with them. It's like, really? I mean, yeah, I can understand by like them carrying the alien weapons. It doesn't make much sense in the loadouts, but it's like, come on. But yeah. Hopefully the story doesn't end horribly. I hope it actually, I think they know what they're doing. At least I hope they do. Honestly, I can't stand Destiny, though. I have to say that.
Oh God, yeah, I hate
can't stand
Destiny.
It's. I don't know if you played it, but
I
it's okay. It's literally a Borderlands clone.
I think it's a lot worse than Borderlands, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Borderlands. I agree when you first play Borderlands, it was a good game.
Oh yeah,
it was
the first playthrough was fun. It's like, ooh, a new story, stuff to do, tons of loot, stuff to shoot. Oh, dang, that actually rhymed. but it's like, that is fun the first time, but then it's like, oh, if you want to reach max level, you have to play the campaign like 3 or 4 more times. It's like, really? Why? It's like, I mean, so I understand it, like, it's mostly for those achievement hunters, and you're not forced to play the campaign if you don't want to. You could do one and done, and that's it. And I also understand that most of the time the whole leveling system is usually done so people can still play the game with friends, so they still have something to aim for while they're playing with their friends, so they're not just like, yeah, I guess I'll help you finish the freaking campaign type of deal, you know? So they're still getting something out of it. But it's like, there's no PvP or anything, really. There's no reason to aim for that higher goal, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, I guess I know what you mean. It's like
putting an MMO out there without an end game.
Well, they've got that. Okay, so then there's a bunch of new games that are coming out this year, isn't it? You got what's it called? You got Star Wars Battlefront coming out very recently. They've already had, what is it, the private beta or alpha?
Yeah. I think it's going to be coming out on Xbox One first.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Not an owner of an Xbox One or any console whatsoever.
Don't worry, I won't be getting it on Xbox One. Trust me, I'm going to get it on PC.
Thank God. PC Master Race.
Exactly.
Hail Gabe. Oh
no,
God,
he lost that title when he tried to make mods.
Oh, pre-mods, yeah, but
he lost that title.
Let's just praise the critics of PC.
I'm giving that to Willy Wonker, the Sign Master, the new PC Master Race, because he's the one he was one of the guys that made the stopped paid for signs on the workshop.
Did you know in August 11th, Goat Simulator is coming to PS3? Why?
And, spreading shit through our society.
On July 28th, which is in 6 days, Sword Art Online is coming to PS4, the video game.
That I might actually be interested in, because I would like to see how they do the combat system. Wouldn't you, even if I don't actually get it, I would want to play it just to see what the combat system's like, you know?
Tomorrow they're bringing out Binding of Isaac Rebirth on Xbox One. I actually am a big fan of Binding of Isaac.
Neither of us really play console, so it's like we could just get it on freaking what?
August 11th on 3DS. Garfield Kart.
What? That's out of nowhere.
And also Binding of Isaac is on 3DS on July 23rd as well, coming out. I'm guessing.
Yeah, to continue on.
What? It's not coming out. It's not coming out on any PlayStations. Tell you that.
Screw you, PlayStation.
Nintendo and Xbox. Only.
Anyways, but on the topic of on the same topic of the games looking forward to come out is, yes, Battlefront. The only thing that I have problem with Battlefront is the giant super walkers, the AT-ATs, aren't going to be drivable.
Is there?
Yeah,
that sucks.
Well, I don't know for a fact. I just know that what they showed of the gameplay of it is it's on rails and you control the head and you have to shoot. And it's kind of like, you remember TF2 when you had the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of that. So that's going to be interesting. I'm not saying it's bad. It could be fun. But at the same time, it could be really? You're just doing it on rails. Why wouldn't you just make it movable? I mean, freaking Battlefront 2 did that, you know? But at the same time, I understand why they put it on rails, because you don't want a bunch of retards jumping in it and walking the opposite direction.
Okay, so I think that's good enough for the video games that are coming out recently.
Well, before we end this, because there's one more thing that I want to touch down on, is good job, Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO.
Oh, yeah.
With the new expansion, I am so proud of you. I know no one from there is going to watch this video, but I have to I am so happy. They're getting rid of the levels and they're working on the story. That made me so happy. Because now they're starting to get back to where they should have been. They never should have made an MMO, in my opinion. They should have just continued the series of Knights of the Old Republic. Which is my boner game. I love that game to death. Like, I could play it day after day for the rest of my life. I think if there was any game that I could pick to play for the rest of my life, it would have to be Knights of the Old Republic. Well, that's not true, because that would get old really quick, because it's, like, only one story. But, yeah.
Okay.
But
so...
yeah, now we can move on.
Okay, we can move on. So the next topic is video game characters we like and dislike the most.
By the way, if you're wondering why he's stating most of the things, is because he could search faster than I could, so he found more.
I basically researched every topic, so if the topics suck, it's all my fault.
Yeah, he found all the topics. I think, what was the one topic? Oh yeah, what topic did I bring up? Oh yeah, it was the silence for Satoru Iwata, or however you say his name.
I wasn't the biggest Nintendo fan, but that's just because of my time. I think the Game Boy... Yeah. I gotta say, though, Game Boy probably made my childhood out of anything. That's the thing I touched the most.
Actually, yeah, that's probably...
And then I got a PS1 and PS2 and things like that, and I started playing them.
Let's see, I was... Dude, you remember when that flip-up Game Boy was new and everyone was, like, super excited for it? The little... And it was like, it looks like a laptop, I want it! I was like, I think I lost that after like 3 weeks of using it. Yeah,
okay, so let's stick to the topic that we were on, the characters we like and dislike. So, we all know, you probably know who is my favorite character out of all the video games and stuff like that.
See if I can guess it.
Go on.
Snake? Is it
close?
Snake? No? Oh, damn.
My favorite one was Shepard.
Oh, dang it.
Mass
How could I
Effect.
forget? I keep forgetting you love Mass Effect.
I love Mass Effect more than like any other game. I had a poster of it, like a giant poster in my room.
The only problem that I have with Mass Effect is it leaves a lot of plot holes.
Oh yeah, like any other game that you get to choose things in, it leaves plot holes everywhere.
And it tries to cover them, but it does it so poorly that it just makes more plot holes when it tries to cover them.
I'm trying to think.
I want to state some, but I literally know
it would take forever.
So it's like, and people would be mad because I'd spoil something because they haven't played it all.
Okay, so but I'm gonna explain why I like it. Like I like Shepard. There is 2 Shepards you can pick from the female and the male. I never actually played as the female.
One quick thing: Connor managed to flip the fucking vehicle in Mass Effect 1.
That is an achievement there.
That's all I have to say.
On my Steam account, I think.
Go ahead with it.
So Shepard I like because he is. Even in the Renegade section, because you can pick choices, and if people who haven't played Mass Effect, there's like choices. There's a Paragon, which is the good, and then there's the Renegade, which is screw you, I'm gonna kill you all.
No, what you meant to say is there's the blue choice, which no one ever fucking picked, and then there's the other choice, which killed everything.
I always picked the blue choice. Never liked Renegade, because other than
Renegade lets you punch reporters.
Other than the first game, the punching of the reporters, I actually did.
Dude, I think everyone punched that bitch.
Oh, I hated it. But like, basically after like the first game, like every Renegade choice you made would end up like being a bad choice, which I didn't like. Kind of restricted like playability, I think. But Shepard's character, he was slightly good no matter what. He did the Renegade choices for a good cause. Even though if it wasn't a good way, it's a bit like the cop that goes over the top action, you know, like you were supposed to do it the good way by the books, and he just like, nah, man, I do whatever I want. He's basically like
sitting in a chair in a dark.
He's like basically
room,
like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon, like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon.
He
essentially
hates the Jews.
Oh god. Oh. Jeez.
Then he threw a sword on set.
So yeah, Shepard is a bit like the ultimate hero factor, which I kind of like because that's like
the good Mel Gibson.
So we'll go to your favorite character. What is your favorite character?
Fuck, I really want to be a Halo nerd and say Master Chief, but he's honestly not my favorite character. If anything, I hate him, which is so weird. It's so weird to say because like everyone, like all my friends, because I know
I got a friend that would kill you for saying that. That's like
okay. Let me put it this way: Master Chief has no fucking character.
Oh yeah. Doesn't even show his face.
He is literally a robot human that is Let me put it this way. In order to keep you interested in Halo, they had to give the AI a personality. Not Master Chief, the AI. Now, I understand what they were trying to do, because the way the story goes is like Master Chief is he was stolen as a baby and replaced with a clone, and then he was basically trained as a baby onward as Master Chief. He was a soldier from then on out. I don't know. I hate that he's quiet through the first, 3 games. He reminds me of a guy who has Asperger's stuck in a giant Space Marine suit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I imagine him as. That's the vibe I get, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, favorite character. It's such a hard thing to pick because,
there's a lot.
Yeah, you know me. I play a shit ton of RPG type games. There's World of Warcraft. There's Star Wars. There's Skyrim. There's most of the Elder Scrolls games. There's also Mass Effect. There's the list goes on basically. By the way, the Witcher character is bullshit. I'm just saying that. He's
Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah, he's testosterone put in a man, and then made to fuck women and cut shit. That's what he is.
I know.
It's I'm not wrong.
So,
and also he's not a wolf. He's a piece of shit, is what he is.
That was what I was going to bring up. The most hated characters after this, but you've basically just given both of your sides, which is the suckiest characters.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite though?
It's fuck. I'm trying to think because let's see. It's not a character that I most like the most. It's the character that I hate the least, essentially.
Yeah, try that then.
The character that I hate. Oh, fuck, that's even harder. Give me certain games that I could pick from. Other than Mass Effect, because you picked Mass Effect. And the only character I really liked in that was Shepard anyway, so. I can't really think. Oh my god. I'm trying to think what games you've actually played that I know you've played 100%. Well, I've told all the Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars: The Old Republic. I've also
pick one of those then.
Well, I want it to be something that you've played as well.
No, you can do that because it doesn't really.
Well, I mean, so the character that I'm saying, you'll understand. You'll know who the character is that I'm talking about. All right, I'll just pick from a any game. I'm gonna say my favorite character, and you I don't know if you'll laugh at this or be confused or angry. I have to say my favorite character in a video game is Steve from Minecraft.
I guess why, but it's just a bit
it's not because I like Minecraft, because think about Steve's story. Suddenly wakes up in the wilderness, no idea where he is or what to do. First thing he does, he takes down a fucking tree with his bare hands.
He is the manliest man.
And not only that...
He should wear flannel shirts.
But using his bare hands, he then crafts said trees into wooden planks and builds a home out of it.
That is true. I like that idea. I like that answer.
Yeah, it's holy shit. And in the end, when you finish the game of Minecraft, which there is actually an end, technically speaking, which is when you kill the Ender Dragon and you go through the portal, it goes through this long list of text, and then it explains to you that Steve is not actually a character, but he is an image of you if you were to take the same path.
Except you don't feel any pain.
Except, obviously you don't feel any of the pain and stuff. And I was that's badass.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but okay, so you basically give off your worst characters, but I'm going to give off my worst characters now.
Right.
Okay, so
I couldn't help it.
this is basically a retrospective, which is annoying, which I dislike personally, and things like that. Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4, the President's daughter, the little blonde tool that couldn't do anything.
Yeah, she's on my list too. Don't worry.
She was just so annoying.
Although you gotta admit though, for a character that you're supposed to escort and whatnot, it's a pretty good AI because she actually listens to what you tell her to do.
It's not that. It's just she's annoying and just
any escort character is gonna be annoying. Like, take any game like you could think of and add an escort character. That character instantly becomes one of the most hated characters.
Okay, and there's Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. He annoyed me just because of the fact that... Okay, so we had Snake. Yeah. Snake was so ultra cool and he was sort of like a badass tactical espionage thing, right? But then you get this guy and he's just like... He's boring and things like that.
You muted your mic.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, well, he's probably dealing with someone.
Yeah, I got fine. I'm done. There was Natalia from GoldenEye.
So you're just listing off everything then.
Yeah, but did you ever play Legend of Zelda?
Which one?
Ocarina of Time.
No.
Navi.
I think I haven't even played it and I know that.
Everybody hates Tingle. I like Tingle because he was sort of like weird.
The little pedophile?
Yeah, he's weird.
Well, that's what everyone assumes, is he's a little pedophile.
Or we could say the dog from Duck Hunt.
Fuck that motherfucker. Every time!
Basically, right, where I just listed a bunch of stuff off, right, we don't like escort missions.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Oh my god. No, I want to know one thing. Any like company out there needs to fire this one guy, this one motherfucker that decides that the escort character needs to run slower than your character, but faster than your character's walk.
They need to go at the same pace as you.
Fuck that guy.
I had a bunch of problems with that. Assassin's Creed 2, that was my number one problem.
Oh my god.
That when they were teaching you the tutorials and things like that.
Any Assassin's Creed is horrible with that.
They either walk, even them running, they always go slower.
It's like, really? They power walk and jog. That's their two modes of movement. It's like, and it's nowhere near any of your modes, so you're like you're throttling essentially. You're like and going up, down, up. Like, I feel like I'm entering in the Konami code every time I try to follow someone.
Okay, so I think we've got that down. So I wanted to yeah, go on.
This is going off topic to make a new topic here. Is games that you, in your opinion, think never should have been.
Like games that should have never been made.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like you personally, what games would you personally wish never came out?
Dead Island series.
Yes, thank you. I'm so glad you said that because I was gonna say that too.
Because okay. I like the first one. I liked the first one when I played the first one on my PS3 when it came out.
It was fun when you and I both played it. It was.
It's fun when you play with friends because it wasn't more about serious. It was just about funny stuff.
Let's see how much we could dick around with everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you remember the truck? There's one part when you go up. It's like right when you reach the lifeguard house after you defeat that big guy and you get all the parts for the truck and you unlock it. Park the truck at the gate leading upwards towards the resort and back up as fast as you can, hitting the boat. Your truck will fly off of that edge, like, into the air and get stuck in a tree. And it floats in the tree, and it's the most hilarious thing ever. I think you still have a picture of it on your Steam.
I think so.
It's just so good. I loved that. I loved breaking that game.
Okay, so we've
finish it.
Okay, so we got that, and okay, so we're gonna go on some like recent gaming topics that came out probably about a 2-week gap, I think at most.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to the harassed dev of his name is John Smedley. Former boss of Sony Online Entertainment and currently the head of PlanetSide 2 Studio Daybreak.
That's the guy that said he's coming for Lizard Squad, right?
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Has spoken out against Lizard Squad hacker Julius Zekil Kivamaki.
What is Wait, do they know like a member?
They know
of the
who he
Suicide
is.
Squad?
They sentenced him.
Oh, really?
He was, but thing is though, he's a Scandinavian, so it leads like the jail time, things like that. You get away with things easy.
Right.
He was given, because I think he's still a teenager.
Right.
But he was given a 2-year suspended sentence for more than 50,000 charges, and this is like stuff like fraud, data hacking, just general hacking in general. Like, he probably costed like things like Microsoft and Sony like billions of dollars
I'm
in like.
assuming it's because he's a minor, but if he was to keep pulling this crap when he became not a minor, I'm assuming he would be jailed.
I reckon he would have gotten a year of jail time if he wasn't a minor, but he didn't even go to jail for like 1 day.
That's why in America,
I think he got like a home sentence. This is Scandinavia as well. You can get away with. I'd love to go to prison in Scandinavia. Prisons there are absolutely amazing. But like, okay, so posting on Twitter, Smedley recounted having his flight from Dallas to San Francisco grounded in September the 14th as a result of a bomb threat. An act which a hacking group actually took responsibility for, and it was actually him, Julius Kivimaki, that actually did it.
Wow.
Including leaking his...
and he's still free.
Yeah.
A bomb threat. Was this
was a year before they
American? Was this an American flight?
It doesn't say what flight in general it was. Oh wait, it's from Dallas to San Francisco. Yeah, of course it's an American flight.
Dude, send SEAL Team 6 over there right now. Right now, let's get SEAL Team 6 to raid his compound.
Okay, so Smedley warned Kivimaki directly on Twitter, claiming that he could take further legal action, ending his message by stating, quote unquote, "I'm coming for you." This is a few of the tweets that he sent.
It's kind of an eerie note.
John Smedley said, okay, so this was on July the 8th, around 9:30.
Uh-huh.
I've got this dirtbag one. I got to talk to this dirtbag once when he called and pretended to be someone else. I've got to talk to this dirtbag one. Okay, so I don't know why they listed that twice in this news article.
Dirtbag. He's a dirtbag. I just want to let you know he's a dirtbag.
I got to listen to the entire conversation between him and American Airlines the day he called in the bomb threat. His parents need to be held accountable for his actions, and his additions need to and he needs to go to jail.
Yeah, that is
At what security? I'm coming for you, Julius.
If he's underage, then his parents should be held accountable for basically everything he does. Because, I mean, someone needs to be punished.
Okay, so this is a bit more. People basically said, right, he's a minor, so why are you, like, taking action as well about his parents as well? So this is when, from this guy on Twitter, I'm not going to name these people, but okay, I'm coming for you after your family dirtbag, quote unquote. That's on the guy, but he never even said that. More or less, how graceful. Let's be honest here, you're not going to do anything. You're a 40-plus-year-old getting trolled by teenagers and getting buttered. He says he's 46. I'm 46. I've had my identity stolen, tax returns filed. I've been swatted and many other things. So yeah, I'm pissed.
Well, I would be too.
So, there we go. Honestly, out of all, I can tell both of us, I feel like he needs prison time.
Oh, he needs a night with Big Charlie in the back of the cell lock.
I wouldn't mind him being watched all the time and not letting him go on the internet for like the next couple of years. And when he turns 18, he should go to jail for about 2 years.
Okay, so his parents realize that he's gone to some sort of court and they're still letting him get away with this shit. They still allow him to have a computer. I
feel like his parents don't really care. They're like one of those parents that's like don't really care what the kid does.
Oh my god, I hate those parents. It's like, why did you have a kid then?
Maybe it was an accident. He probably is. I hope he is. Okay, so that's the end of that article. Okay, so here comes on.
God, those people give me headaches.
I know. Okay, so Fallout 4 Mighty Bundle. That's a quote unquote. That's the name. Revealed by online retailers came out. This story actually came out earlier today. Mighty Ape, which I think is like a New Zealand-based company, like gaming company for distribution, came out with today a Mighty bundle, including the Fallout 4 game, a franchise book, which is 80-page hardcover coffee stable style book, detailing in words and the high-res imagery of the history of Fallout over the years.
Right.
A quote-unquote true collector's item. And also has a Vault Boy pop vinyl figure. You know what the pop ones are?
Yeah.
And then it comes out with the PS4 edition of the game, which I'm probably assuming has like DLC.
So this is basically just a collector's like
Yeah.
edition type of deal. That the whole collector's gimmick.
I don't think that they were supposed to reveal this today, just because I think it is a leak. Because why would they pick New Zealand,
It seems
a small-based island country?
It seems like lately a lot of people have been leaking stuff on purpose for like just so they can
More
get
PR?
that extra, huh?
PR.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know what you mean. I'd do that. That is quite a good marketing strategy.
Well, it's like, think about it. Everyone wants to know, oh, what leaked? It doesn't matter what it is. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what did someone leak this time? I can't wait to see it. And then, like, people that aren't even interested in the game are, like, looking at it. And they're like, ooh.
Okay, so here's another thing as well.
Yeah.
GTA 5 update
Oh,
fixes.
my God. They need
Performance.
so
Today-
many.
Yesterday they fixed
I told you I uninstalled it, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because it was just, it's like, oh, cool, I have, what was it, like 60 gigabytes or something that I have wasting away on my computer, taking up space that I could easily, like...
I need to do that as well, because I'm going to do that soon now.
Yeah, it's like, really? I paid for this game to have fun on it, and what do I get? A broken piece of crap that crashes every, like, 30 minutes, so I can't even enjoy the game that I spent money on. Yeah, okay. To be fair, it doesn't crash in single player, but the reason I bought it was so I could play with my friends online, and it doesn't. It crashes. So why did I buy it? I basically have a hunk of junk that I spent money on.
Okay. So let's just go into the article here. It came out yesterday, about a week ago, or about a week, yeah. About a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they released an update which basically broke the frame rate of the game in both online and single player.
Oh, God.
Like, if the frame rate wasn't bad enough on most of the time, I read reports where the FPS came from, like, originally from about 60 to about 15 to 25.
So they did a reverse Batman.
So
instead of releasing it with bad frame rate at the start and fixing it, they released it good frame rate and then fucked it up.
But according to a bunch of GTA 5 modders who have like created good mods, and
Right.
this was an update to break the modding system, so they couldn't mod it anymore.
What? Dude, I swear, Rockstar has a stick up their ass.
Oh yeah, they do.
I don't know, like, you realize you released a game on computer. That means it's gonna get modded. Stop trying to fix it. The only thing you need to fix is to make sure they don't do it on multiplayer. That's what you have to focus on. Leave single player out of it. They're gonna mod that no matter how much fixes and shit you try to do to it.
Looking at the comments section of this article, apparently people didn't. The update did actually not fix anything, so they didn't even fix it.
There's Rockstar's ingenuity for you.
Basically, so this, I'm assuming since the article came out yesterday, the update came out yesterday. I think I got an update yesterday as well. It's basic, and apparently if you took the less mods you had on, the less it would, like, frame rate problem would happen, you know? That sort of thing.
How would they detect that?
They basically put in, like, they're probably putting, I'm not sure how the whole coding thing works, but I'm assuming they put either system in it.
The podcast where we sound like absolute retards.
Oh yeah, there's probably somebody watching right now that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Like, dude, that's not even how that works.
I'm not very good at that, so we can just. So this is just the basic information. Okay, so like step 1, they broke the game by an update. Step 2, they released an update which apparently fixed the game, but it only works like 50% of it. Also, still
Step
breaking
3,
the
money.
mods. That's fine. Profit.
Yeah.
They're probably still getting money right now. Who cares? They're getting
Oh,
money.
yeah. Dude, there's some guy out there with like $1 bajillion. He's just like, I want to have all the in-game cash, and he's like buying the max priced microtransaction and just like loading his account.
Yeah, I bet people have done that. Okay,
Yeah,
so
dude, if you had like billions of dollars and it was like constantly coming into your bank account because you run a huge business, wouldn't you just do that?
I guess.
Like, it's to the point where you don't really have to ever worry about money, regardless.
Okay, so this is the next article. It came out yesterday as well, about near the end of yesterday. Mojang's Minecraft has finally found a director for its new movie.
Oh God!
The director his name is, his last name is saying his last. It's not, they don't say his last name, but McHenley. That's his last name, assuming.
It's either McKinley.
Oh,
or
it's
McKinley.
Rob. It's Rob McClenley. Whatever. How you say his name? I don't know. Really, sounds like mix of
Right.
whatever. But he has directed and created It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Oh God.
which it wasn't a bad show. It was alright.
I don't know. It was. I don't know.
It's
it was,
it's being produced by Warner Bros. So the
Here's
game
my
is
question.
sold. Yeah,
Do you think it's going to be targeted towards adult or children?
children.
You think so?
Yeah.
With all the
100%.
murderous zombies and skeletons and creeper,
100%.
the walking green penises.
Yep, 100%. It's going to be reported. It's going to be made for children.
All right. Well.
So
yeah,
accordingly, Minecraft has
I can
sold
see
more
it
than
now.
70 million copies. So that's going to bring in some big blockbuster, and plus it's a lot of adults.
Blockbuster. That dead ass corporation.
Oh no, like a big hit. They sold more than 70 million copies, and I think adults and I think more kids are going to visit this. That means parents are going to come along with it. Plus, you got the adults who play it themselves as well.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money.
Yeah, they want to see if they butchered the game or not.
He actually. Oh no, the guy that was going to do it before was Sean Levy. Oh, I don't know how you say his name. Which directed Night at the Museum and Real Steel, which I actually quite like.
Real Steel was good. I liked Real Steel, personally. And
he left the project last year after the adapting to the game was shot down, after his approach to the game.
You know what they should have done?
What?
They should have let Rocket Jump make that Minecraft movie they were working on. Because remember, they were originally going to make a Minecraft movie and not shut them down. I was like, why? That's what you want. You want them. The way it would have worked is they would have released their free movie, and then people would have gone and saw the real movie to see whether the 100% professionals could outdo the people on YouTube.
Okay, so this isn't really a big story, but came out 2 days ago on GameSpot. I saw the article on it. Origin accounts being renamed.
What?
Basically, your Origin account will be soon called a different name. EA has announced that in the coming weeks they'll be called EA accounts, quote unquote.
It's not good unless we have EA in front of it.
This is being done to, quote unquote, to better represent all of EA's games and services.
Yeah, because that's what you want, more people representing EA.
As the company said in a full employee email.
Oh, good lord. Can't wait till they rename my character.
No further explanation has been provided, but it appears account owners should not expect any other changes. EA says accounts will change names in quote-unquote the coming weeks. Origin, something like a competitive Valve Steam storefront, launched in 2011. It has currently more than 50 million members compared to over 125 million for Steam.
Yeah,
One part of
Steam's
Origin
kind of a
is
juggernaut.
its free game offering on the house, which all their games absolutely suck, the ones that they've given us. They're just like a bunch of £2 games, which I'd never have bought.
There has been times when they do give you like a pretty good
Okay,
game.
they gave me Bejeweled. I played that for 10 minutes, okay.
Yeah. I think that's like $5, isn't it?
Everything else apparently will not change, according to Origin.
One thing I do want to say, though, is like on the whole like game to movie type of deal, news about Warcraft the movie.
Yeah.
Which is basically World of Warcraft in the movie form. It's supposed to be set on before the orcs invaded. You have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sure. But
supposedly, from what I've heard, is that they've decided to not go with actors and stick with what they know best, which is CGI. And they're gonna try and do the whole thing CGI. I'm excited for this because I don't know if you've seen any of Blizzard's animations. Like
I have
some of their newest ones that are like really freaking good, and everyone's begging for them to do animations. I just find it funny about this though is that when they announced that they were going to do animations, everyone was like, "No, you should do actors." These are the same people that said, "Oh, you guys should make a movie that's animated." So I make up your mind or something. It's like, really?
I gotta say, going back to the original topic of the Origin accounts being renamed, I got two things to basically say about that. One, giant waste of money. Yeah. They have to rename everything, and it actually costs money to do it.
Yeah.
Two, is probably after this, right? You'll have to change all your user information. Like trying to sync your accounts, your passwords to other things. Trying to get customers support to recognize your username and change your email addresses, things like that. You know.
I'm kind of frustrated with EA in general.
Oh yeah.
Just because, did you really have to get butthurt about Steam and then go make Origin instead of just releasing your games on Steam? You would have made so much more money just by if you had released them on Steam.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure Battlefield 2's sales skyrocketed when people saw it on Steam. And same with Bad Company 2. Bad Company 2 still has players because of Steam, okay? I honestly believe that's the only reason Battlefield Bad Company 2 still has players playing it. I don't know. Some of them might have it through Origin, and if you do, what the hell's wrong with you? But anyway. So the only reason I have an Origin account is because I wanted to play Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. Those are the only reasons I have an Origin account. It's because those games were on there. Well, that's not entirely true. I have some RTSs, which Command & Conquer, you did something right, EA. You actually managed to make a really good game with those. Not the newest red alerts. Those were kind of questionable. Same with the latest Command & Conquer, which isn't even a Command & Conquer. It's more like an RTS with multiple units. What the hell? Anyway, back on topic here is... So the only reason I had my Orange account was for Battlefield. And I was like, okay, you know what? I had a hiatus from Battlefield where I wasn't playing it for a year. I was like, I kind of feel like going back to Battlefield. So I was like, all right, I'm going to download it tonight and play it tomorrow. So I download it and I'm playing it. It's good for a couple days. Then they do that browser plugin shit on the their browsers, so you have to download it in order to So I downloaded that and I was like, oh, it's just another browser plugin. Oh well, I'll just download this real quick so I can jump in a game. Surely enough, I download it, jump in a game, computer crashes. Casually just crashes. So I was like, what the fuck? So restart the computer. I was like, well, I really want to play that game because there's actually some cool people in that game, and I was actually getting along with them. So I jumped in the game again. Guess what? Computer crashes again. What the fuck did you do to the fucking browser that causes it to crash my computer? It's like... What pisses me off the most is that most people that release games and they test updates and stuff, they're always using one graphics card. So they're usually... Most people are testing it on NVIDIA cards most of the time because that's like, if you want any good, graphics card, you gotta have an NVIDIA or whatever, But that's not the case for everyone because people don't have $1,000 to drop on a Titan X or whatever the newest one is. So what developers need is a line of computers, right? And this is the testing area. And each computer has a different graphics card from a different company, right? Mm-hmm. There's three different computers with three different graphics cards from the different companies, and the graphics card basically
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I do know what you're
so
saying.
you can test all the fucking graphics card and not just assume, oh, it runs on NVIDIA, it'll run on everything else. Yeah, thanks, Prototype 2. I'm so glad I spent $40 on your game that doesn't work on an AMD card, you fucks.
All right.
But,
so,
yeah, that's my opinion on that whole spiel. That's bullshit.
We have just like a few more topics left, don't we?
Yeah.
There's another topic
we're
I want
45 minutes in, so...
okay, so that's perfect. According to a research firm, Superdata, there's a... Have you seen on any of the apps? I don't think you have an iPhone or anything like Apple.
No.
There's a game called Fallout Shelter.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've played, and it's a really, really good game. I'm enjoying it.
It crashes a lot.
It crashes everything on my iPod, and I've tried everything. Even
So
my iPod.
it's your phone's equivalent of Battlefield for me.
I want to see it on Android because all piece of Android software, even like the newest like iPhones, my Android phone, which is like I think is like a Galaxy 3, it's still faster and better than because you can play. I've got an app right on my phone and my iPod and stuff like that. It's called Shadow. It's called Shadow Warrior or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like a shadow ninja fighting game.
I know what that is.
On my iPod, you can only play at 30 FPS. On my Android
60.
phone, though, you can play on 60.
Well, the thing is the Galaxy, I think, was designed for like gaming apps more than anything.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Where the iPod is, or the iPhone.
They're all the same. They all use the same hardware. It's just.
But the iPhone, it's always seemed to me that they focus more on like musical apps and stuff, not so much on gaming. Like they have it in there, but it's not their main feature. So that's why they do that.
Okay, so just to go back onto the actual topic, Fallout Shelter apparently has earned $5.1 million in his first 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
Of in-game transactions.
Microtransactions, though.
Which, to be honest, right, I've seen people play this game, and I've played it myself. You don't need to spend money on it whatsoever. You don't. And it's quite fun when you don't spend money on it whatsoever.
Well, see, that's a perfect game in my book. Is a free-to-play game that doesn't require you to spend money, but it's there if you want to. You know, like, it's easy. Okay, so it's not easy, but it's like a normal difficulty to get by without spending money. But if you want to have just an easy time and you really feel like you want to get through it, then you can spend money to get that extra boost. But it doesn't give you a overpowering situation over another person.
Yeah.
Which I love that. Like, Trove, they did microtransactions right, in my opinion. Because the only bonuses that you can get from Trove is like some faster mining speed and a better mount. Oh, and some looks. That's about it. That's a good free-to-play game, is microtransactions that do that. A bad free-to-play game is Alliance of Valiant Arms, which you cannot even get out of the starting zone unless you buy one of their guns.
Yeah. So, I think after that topic, I think there's one more topic that I'm going to talk. I'm basically going to talk about more than anything, which I'm very excited for. Is XCOM 2, which is coming out November. So they said.
You should have talked about this when I brought it up earlier.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to let you carry on talking. Okay, so for the original XCOM that came out probably even before I was born, I bet.
The one on the old Apple the original Apple.
I didn't really like that because it was micromanaging. Don't really like that. They kind of dumbed that down in the XCOM Enemy Unknown release, which came out I think it was about 2013, 2012.
First-person thing? Or
no.
Third-person shooter or something on it?
Yeah, they did. It's the XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Yeah.
No, Enemy. No, XCOM, and Classified or something like that, which was terrible. It was so terrible.
I have it.
I bought it. I got it on Humble Bundle.
Yeah, so did I. As well as all the other XCOMs.
Okay, so in XCOM 1, it was we'll call it XCOM 1. We're talking about the Enemy Unknown one that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was a bit like a top-down RTS sort of thing, would you say?
It's kind of like it was a turn-based
real-time
RTS.
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you could upgrade your soldiers to equipment to battle, invading enemy forces around the globe.
Yeah.
And it was very fun. It was one of my favourite games, I think, since I started PC gaming. So, blah, 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 the aliens come down, and it's a bit like you take turns on taking actions with your soldiers, and there's abilities for each class and of soldiers that you bring down.
Yeah.
You either have to invade or defend. Then there came the huge expansion which came in, and they like employed like a new sort of like collecting system. There was
like
mech soldiers.
The original StarCraft had a baby with Civ.
It's not wrong. You're not wrong. So XCOM 2 has been announced, I think about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago.
That's been longer than that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been like a month.
Jeez.
Time flies, bro.
So, from what I can't really, even the beginning of XCOM 2 spoils the entire like story for XCOM 1, so I won't go into that.
Yeah.
Which they even revealed in the trailer.
Yeah. Dude, I hate that when video games do that.
But like, if you wouldn't have picked up XCOM 2 if you didn't play XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Yeah.
Like, but there is some cool new features in it. In original XCOM, you would have a singular base where you'd sort of start at the beginning of a country, and you could select your base and then start running up doing invasions.
Right.
This one has a mobile base. It's like it was so cool in the trailer. If you haven't seen the
base?
in the trailer, you'll see it. Right, imagine this ship now that you had in an XCOM, and you'd like put your soldiers into.
I'm just imagining the Command and Conquer 4 mobile base that they have.
It looks like the middle of the Nevada desert, like in the Mojave. Sort of like you just sort of land down into this like.
So is it like the human equivalent? They like backwards engineered a freaking flying saucer mothership.
You do that in the original XCOM.
Oh, okay. So that's
you reverse engineer a saucer.
So that's what So that's what the base
but
is.
No, this is like they kept the original design of the ship that you fly your soldiers in. It lands out into this like mech base in the middle of like nowhere in the desert, right?
Wait, are you telling me Jose might make a return?
Okay, for anybody who doesn't know about Jose, I created a Mexican guy. He was a soldier. He was one of my best. I made him into a mech warrior.
And he thought that, when he first did it, he thought that, maybe they'll like take some of his arms and legs and replace them with cybernetics or something. No, they just cut his head off and pull his head out and put it into a robotic suit.
Yeah,
that's the story of Jose.
Okay, so this ship, right, jumps into this mech base like in the middle of nowhere. Then the hatch closes up right behind it, and the base turns into a giant ship, like flying like ship.
Oh, so the ship,
and that was awesome.
So it's
I was like
a giant. It's basically the Shield helicarrier then.
Yeah, but it was so cool. I was like, oh my god, please tell me we get a mobile base and we have to like run away from the aliens before they get to us. And okay, so they've revamped it. The number one problem with XCOM was that it didn't have enough playability again. It did for like 1 or 2, 3 playthroughs, which don't last long. But thanks to the Long War mod that was on the Nexus for XCOM, made the game 1,000 times harder, but made it like extensively long. I'm still going through my first playthrough, and it's been about a month. The original without the mod, the game took me about a week to finish.
Dang.
And I'm only about a quarter away through the full playthrough. Makes it extensively harder, as well. But in this,
right. Well,
they sort of like made it fully.
We're getting pretty close to the hour mark, so let's.
Do you want me to wrap this up?
Well, let's not wrap it up because it's at 54 minutes. But I want to switch the topic to Dawn of War, aka Warhammer 40K, aka whatever you want to call it.
Like your favorite game series all time.
Huh?
Which is like your favorite game series.
Oh my god, dude! I've played it since it came out. Well, technically not true because it originated as a board game, which I've never actually played. But I played Dawn of War and fell in love with it ever since. Which, by the way, I this is something I should bring up after, but I just have to say we have to play that we have to play the board game version because they actually have Tabletop Simulator where they uploaded a whole, like, 3 different full armies from the board game that you can use. So we have to try that sometime. But anyway, no, just, I don't know. Warhammer, to me, has always been, like... I don't know something I compare it to. That's how much I love it. It's like I just love it way too much. It's kind of an obsession, if anything. But I know you didn't really know what Warhammer was until
I played the shooters. That was it, and I did
well, like,
try.
You didn't know about what Warhammer really was until I tried to explain it to you, and then I think you bought the shooter through a Humble Bundle or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you know what? I'll give it a try. And I think you wound up liking it, didn't you?
The shooter, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you tried any of the RTSs yet.
I looked at the RTSs. They don't really look my thing. But
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the newer RTSs probably might be your thing because it's basically if you took XCOM and made it into an RTS. What the newest ones are like. Because what it is it went from the massing of units type of RTS to you have like 8 to 10 squads of something and you have to use it, maneuver it through a field, and like put them in cover so they get advantages over your enemy type of deal. Actually, it's more like it's more like what's it called? A dumbed down version of Company of Heroes. Which, that's not bad. I mean, Company of Heroes is a good game by itself. But, yeah, anyways, so, I don't know. Warhammer is, they're great. I just wish that they would get out of development hell from, like, different developers. Because someone needs to pick it up and make another... Well, they need to make another shooter game, because I want to know what happens next in Space Marine. Because that was a good game. I liked the story. Plus, I want to kind of shoot.
Okay.
I want to shoot goblins, make them explode.
So, do you want to wrap this up? You doing an overview, or
Yeah. So
everything we've done?
basically, you know, the president of Nintendo died. That kind of sucks. But
video games we dislike? We've already said. Characters we like, dislike. We said. The harass dev, we believe you should. The hacker
should be
squad hacker
punished.
should be punished. Fallout 4 was bundle leaked. We don't play PS4, so
yeah,
therefore.
yeah, and
GTA 5 update. I still don't play GTA anymore.
Master Chief sucks. Space Marines rock, and I think that pretty much sums it up.
Oh yeah, we had the Origin accounts.
Oh yeah.
Don't really care much.
It's
It's just stupid. Minecraft movie. Not probably gonna watch it unless I torrent it or
Might
something.
watch it. I don't know. Warcraft movie, kind of looking forward to it because the animations Blizzard is really well done.
XCOM, love it. Want to see the new one? That's
I'll
it, really, innit?
play it. Is that it?
That is it.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this hour-long podcast, which was originally meant to be 30 minutes because we didn't think we had enough content to speak about during. We got a little bit in there of Warhammer, and we wanted to talk. I wanted to talk more about that, but Connor doesn't really. He's not really super into it, so there's not really much to talk about there. But yeah, so that was my first podcast, and first guest Connor. So I don't know if Connor's a guest really though, or if he'll be in the next one. I haven't really decided.
I'm the one researching the topic, so I probably will. But there we go. But
Yeah, probably.
wherever we can, we probably have another guy.
Yeah,
We have a bunch of guests we could bring in.
but anyway,
Sorry.
I hope you guys did enjoy because I don't know if Connor enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking
enjoyed
about
it.
all this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Get our opinions out there, even if it's only like 3 people who watch it, type of deal. But yeah. So just I guess we'll end it here. I'm trying to delay it so it'll go right to an hour because I want it to be exactly an hour. It's got like 30 seconds left in order to be an hour. Well, thanks for watching. Can't say that enough. I appreciate all the views and any likes, and if you subscribe, then holy crap, thank you.
I'll be Mr. Murdoch in the comments, like, judging you all.
Yeah, it'll be Mr. Murdoch judging everyone. So, yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and keep on howling.